Welcome back to the Broad Strokes Podcast, guys. I hope you like that little jingle in the beginning. It wasn't actually...
It was not a jingle. You just said it loud.
I said it in with rhythm, though.
Yes. Welcome to the 19th episode of the Broad Strokes. Today we have Braydeen again.
Hello.
His name is not Brandon or Brudon or...
Funnily enough, Afia actually spelled his name correctly.
Which is more than I can say.
Oh, by the way, Junior, don't call this episode guest anything. Just don't put guest
Do
in the
not
title.
include the word guest anywhere in the title, because we just don't like it when you put the word guest in the title.
Why?
Because I feel like it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel... Plus, what if we have a different guest one day? You're just going to put guest?
Guest one.
No, he's just Braydeen.
No.
And don't put Braydeen Returns either.
Okay.
Just make the title what we talk about.
I don't even remember what we talk about when I'm editing these things. Kind of black out and it's perfectly cut how it should be. Which, by the way, the last
Why do we
one...
black out and not white out?
No, I black out because when you close your eyes, you black out.
But what if you see the light?
Well, then you're dead, and it doesn't matter, does it? And no one has ever... Well, people do recover from whiteouts because, you know, defibrillators exist. But that's besides the point. Now, Braydeen, now that you're back, what do you have to say to introduce yourself?
What?
You got anything to say to introduce yourself again? Like, reintroduce yourself to the audience for our new viewers.
For someone who doesn't know who
Yeah.
Braydeen is, he's the guy who comes on every once in a while.
Yes, my name is Braydeen, and these are two best friends of mine.
Friend.
Yeah, we're friends.
I'm not a friend. These are just my
Business associates.
acquaintances.
I guess. Okay.
Yes. Now, we wanted to resume a previous disagreement we had on the previous episode of the Broad Strokes podcast. Landon and I were hotly debating the
Guns vs. Magic.
guns versus magic debate.
Yes.
Me on the side that an AC-130 would decimate all of Hogwarts, and Landon saying that stupid magic would save them.
I don't know. Maybe it's almost like magic bends the will of reality. I don't know though.
Well, I mean, in the final Harry Potter movie, we see that they just put a massive shield up of all above Hogwarts that nothing can get through.
This is true. But
So your AC-130 bullets would just evaporate.
I doubt that.
What, you think they're just gonna magically go through magical barriers?
In reference to literally any other scenario in the wizarding world besides the conclusion of the whole build-up the entire franchise was going towards.
Well, I mean, they can do it at any time. It's just a
But
simple
then why
spell.
don't they?
Because
the wizards are stupid. Every single one of them are dumb.
Why do they have to have it up at all times? I feel like that takes...
But that's what I'm saying. The fact that they don't have it up all the time is reason enough where bullets will win. Let's say you're a wizard. You're a really strong wizard, but you don't see that I'm over there on a hill with a gun.
Well,
Right? And I don't like you, so I shoot you in the head.
Well, if you're really good with magic, don't you have usually like heightened senses and stuff where you can?
I mean,
sense
you
things
could.
better?
You can. There's probably a spell out there that makes it to where you have heightened senses and can see really far distances. So I would see you.
All I'm saying is, no one in the entire wizarding world would like stand a chance against like a Delta
Voldemort
Force
literally
squad.
could just evaporate AC-130. Voldemort can just evaporate AC-130.
Disregarding an AC-130.
Oh, that's what you've been bringing up.
See, them two, they lived together, so they had this whole time to plan this out against me, but I'm still going to win this.
You
Now, if I can actually get a word in
go ahead.
between dumb and dumber,
More like genius and other genius.
or short and shorter,
You looked at me when you said shorter.
yeah,
I got the message.
yeah.
Okay, well, go ahead. Instead of doing ad
What
hominems
you gonna
against
say?
each other.
Now, as you previously admitted to with the shield thing, to have a kind of energy going around you all the time where you're constantly doing magic, it would take a lot out of a person, right? It's like active protection. Kind of like, you know. So that's a lot of energy and force to put forth just to defend yourself from something that might happen. Whereas, out of the blue, we have like a Bin Laden raid-esque attack on your home while you're asleep. I don't think a wizard's going to stand up. I would say 99% of the wizards, and my argument wasn't that the strongest wizards were immune to gunfire. That wasn't my argument. My argument was that for 99% of the problems in the wizarding world can be solved with a gun. I think that the majority of antagonists and protagonists in the Harry Potter universe could be taken out by a hit squad. That's all I'm saying.
But isn't most of the enemies in Harry Potter also wizards?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But they aren't all incredibly strong like Voldemort.
You don't have to be the strongest wizard to fight guys with guns. You could. What if you just disarm them?
Again, this is what it all comes back to, though. The majority of wizards have to say the actual spell out loud, and while you're saying that, and even if you speak like an auctioneer, all I have to do is pull the trigger once.
Okay, what if it's not just Harry Potter then?
Okay.
And it's a magical world where you don't need to say the name of a spell to use it. You can just cast
I was
it.
specifically talking about the Harry Potter universe.
Well, expand it out to just magic in general.
Well, that's very, very broad, as you know. There's so many different universes out there. If we're talking about, like, well, the Jedi basically have magic, right?
Force, I guess.
Yeah, it is magic. Now, I think in canon, like, the average, like, high-end is their bought. No, like, the tippity-top level for Jedi and, like, the Order or whatever it's called.
The Masters.
They can deflect bolts from 7 people at once. Right?
Well, I mean, so if your gun situation, they actually covered this in one of the comics. General Kenobi, he actually went against people with AK-47s, and when he tried to block it,
Wait.
just...
What? With actual AK-47s?
Like actual guns that shot real lead, not blaster bolts.
What, could you just, like, grab it with the Force?
No, he tried to block it, but then it just cut in half and hit him twice instead of once.
Yeah, there is, like, other thing, too, where I don't know what race they are, but they just use shotguns. Because you can't block all of them.
Well, I mean, someone like Yoda could just...
Yeah, that's... Because Kylo Ren does catch that one bolt that one time.
Vader caught like 1,000 at once.
Yeah, because Vader's cool.
Yes.
But, yeah, in that situation, it is dangerous. But my point still stands in the Star Wars universe. Because if you look at canon, the most common way to kill a Jedi is through a sniper. Because even if they have the Spidey sense Jedi thing where they can feel that something's off, they're only going to realize that when it's too late. Because in canon, that happens. So, that's the Star Wars universe taken care of. Gun beat magic.
Now, what about something like the Elder Scrolls universe?
I really don't know much about the Elder Scrolls universe.
I don't know much either.
Where magic
you're just...
where magic is essentially almost limitless. I mean, you could use magic just to...
Guns don't exist in the Elder Scrolls universe, do they?
Well, no.
Okay.
The only people who would have even been close to making them were dwarves.
The dwarves, yeah.
And they all died. Or all disappeared is actually the better way to put it.
Okay.
Or what about Lord of the Rings? You know what that is, right?
Yeah, a little bit. But again, with Lord of the Rings and whatever the other one was you just said, Elder Scrolls, I really don't know what all those powers entail because I'm not too familiar with this universe.
I mean, in those universes, you could just slow time, can't you? With magic, slow down time.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the case. Then
you could just walk away.
But again, that's a conscious decision. You have to know it's coming before it hits you. Right?
Well, so your point is if a dude is up on a hill or something and is sneak attacking.
Not necessarily even up on a hill. Everyone's got to sleep eventually. Everyone has families. Go after them first.
Oh, well, I was kind of thinking like a 1v1.
Oh, no, we're not playing fair. It's not me with a gun. It's like this proposed team of like elite troops. And please stop kicking the thing. Because what am I going to do?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that magic has just a limitless potential to do whatever it wants.
Everyone's got to sleep.
Well, I mean, like Harry Potter,
what if they
are sleeping, then some wizards can do it without a wand. In case you're going to say it, someone like, just take their wand, they can't do it.
Now, let's say you're a wizard. Right? Oh, we're going back to the Harry Potter thing?
I guess.
Well, sure.
Because at the utmost level, I do think it would be difficult, but not impossible, to beat magic with guns. Because, again, you have people like Voldemort who are virtually unkillable.
They're Horcruxes.
They're demigods. Would you agree with that?
Are they actually demigods?
I don't know the canon,
not really, but close enough.
Well, they have godly-like powers.
Yeah, but
I said close enough.
You could say that about all extremely talented magic users.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get at. Is that the 1 percentile of wizards, they're basically demigods. They've ascended what I would consider humanhood, and now just rely on magic to do their bidding. At least in the Harry Potter universe. Because what's his face doesn't even look like a person anymore.
Dumbledore?
No.
Voldemort, right?
Voldemort looks like a salamander. Looks like something that Amon
Dumbledore
makes.
still looks like a dude.
He looks like a... Yeah, Dumbledore's an exception. But are they actually people? Because I thought there was something weird about that in the universe.
Voldemort, he was a person. He went to Hogwarts. I'm blanking. It's just he discovered about Horcruxes, and then he got evil because he was greedy with power. So he has 7 Horcruxes, and actually really kill him, you have to destroy the 7 Horcruxes. And they're all hidden, but they can only be destroyed by magical items, like the Sword of Grodrick, Gryffindor, the Tooth of the Basilisk.
Voldemort's not even killable by people with guns.
Not at all, unless they get their hands on like a
have
magical
you not
item.
heard of the SCP Foundation?
That's...
They don't
you
have-
gotta say it's fiction? This whole thing's fiction, Landon.
Yeah, but...
The SCP Foundation constantly use other magical items to defeat magical items.
Okay, wait. But you're trying to put something into another universe. At least in Harry Potter, people have guns in the Harry Potter universe.
Because it's...
Yeah, but magic isn't a real thing, so why not bring all the crazy stuff?
Well,
In a world where magical entities have existed for millennia, such as in Harry Potter, I would assume there's a secretive governmental organization bent on controlling it as well.
Ministry of Magic and Harry Potter.
Which is essentially just the SCP Foundation. I don't really know.
I was about to say, you're just saying stuff, I think, when you
They're
said that.
not really. They're just making it to where us, the people without magic, don't
find
learn
out about
the magic. That's basically their whole deal.
So the Muggles don't find out.
The Muggles. Muggle one.
Yeah.
What about
Harry
my
Potter
argument?
people are racist.
What about my argument do you disagree with? Because my stance right now is, for 99% of the wizards, they can be taken out with just conventional warfare.
I mean, like someone like Harry Potter, yeah, I don't blame you.
Harry Potter is really not that, great, though.
Not really.
Yeah.
He just got lucky with Voldemort. Let's face it.
Yeah. No, my argument is just that they have so much power that...
Have you seen our defense budget?
What's that supposed to mean? A wizard doesn't need to spend money to to use a spell.
If
It's
you're gonna say
representative of the power and arms we're able to bring to combat.
I know if you ever were to say something about like a nuke, Dumbledore can just teleport.
This is true. Now, why would we go after Dumbledore though? I thought he's the good guy.
Because he's the most powerful one. Why would you go against
Dumbledore's the most powerful? I thought
Well, he's like one of the most powerful.
Again, I'm not too familiar with the lore. Okay. In this proposed scenario, Voldemort versus Lockheed Martin. Not actually Lockheed Martin.
Well,
there's
sorry,
contract.
but they actually just can't win. You need magical items to get rid of his invincibility.
Again, with this new information, which was not told me beforehand by you, even though, whatever, would you not assume that the military would be able to find out this information? Be like, oh wait, we need to get these 4 magical items, and you don't think they'd be able to source them?
There's 7.
You said 4 before, I thought.
No, there's 7
I'll
items.
I'll be able to check. Don't worry.
There's 7 items that you need to destroy before you can actually kill him himself.
Okay.
Wait, you need to destroy them?
You need to destroy them with a magical item, like the Sword of Godric Gryffindor, which can only be found by a powerful Gryffindor who actually needs it, but only wants it for good. Or you can go kill a Basilisk, which is just a giant snake, which if you look in the eye, it immediately kills you.
We'll look through camera lenses.
Well, I mean, if you do see in a reflection, you get paralyzed until a magical potion is brewed and you drink it.
We'll use those little face scrambler things. Auto face scramblers.
What?
Also in the SCP universe, but they could be a real thing where, like, before the light reaches your eyes, they scramble the faces of things so you don't actually see what it really is. It's just pixelated, so you can actively go about killing it. They made that one for, like, the 096 guy that runs at you if you
That shy guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm saying it is possible. They would have to do it very clandestine-like, and without the wizard knowing that they were going out to do it beforehand, but I think it is possible. In the same way that I think the U.S. military could beat Invincible, not Omni-Man. Invincible, not Omni-Man.
You think the U.S. military can fight Invincible?
Yes. Not Omni-Man, though.
Could
By the
he?
way, Voldemort
I
does
don't know,
also
actually.
have an...
Because he gets hit by a full train and, I mean, he bleeds a little bit, but like, most of that bleeding comes from just Omni-Man hitting him.
Yeah. I guess the more and more fictitious you get with these things, and the more crazy the powers, it's kind of hard to judge because we have nothing comparable to it in the real world.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that was a pretty decent 15 minutes.
Yeah, sure. Agree to disagree, I guess.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't even. You ever get so deep into like a discussion that you don't even remember what the original discussion was about? Like I don't even remember our actual initial talking points.
Would guns or magic win?
At that very basic level, I'd say that Harry Potter-based magic, guns beat 99% of the time. But the important people win against guns.
By the way, Voldemort has an entire army of followers that all know magic.
Okay.
Alright, I guess we're just done with this conversation. Well, let's just be honest here. No one's winning this argument, even if we keep going on for an hour.
I will cite my sources. I'll have like a dossier when you get back next podcast.
And I'll
Paragraphs.
Sure, and then I'll just say, oh wait, I can bend the will of reality.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, make it.
How about this, like, coming Halloween?
What about Doctor Strange? Or any
He literally has the time stone.
Okay, fine. What about the Chinese or the Asian wizard dude?
What's his name?
What?
It is. I don't want to be racist, but I think it is Wu Li, right?
I don't know. Something
like that. I don't know.
Like, he knows a good bit of magic.
Yeah, he does, and he can open portals. But again, if you get the element of surprise on anyone, if you get a good shot off, they're gonna win.
Boy.
So.
Yeah,
that's obvious, though.
I mean, you could say that about Wizard, except I think he has more of an advantage. He can make himself invisible. He could silence his footsteps.
Leave it in the comments below.
Who would
you
win?
think win this?
And
Guns or magic? Y'all be the tiebreaker.
You're going from the stance that the guys with the guns are the ones attacking.
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
Then what if the wizard guys attack?
Well, then there probably not be much chance.
Yeah.
I mean, again though, in this proposed scenario, I don't know how exactly this is playing out. Let's just say, we're going total war against the wizard people. Then there's not going to be much chance. We'd kill a lot of them, but we wouldn't get all of them because we need to to destroy this special artifact with magic. And that takes planning beforehand, without them knowing about it.
Well, I mean, if the wizard people attack first, they have the advantage. If the gun people attack first, they have the advantage. What if neither of them attack first? What if it's just a massive open battlefield with both armies on either side?
Well, that doesn't work because we don't do conventional warfare like that anymore. We all use irregular warfare with drone strikes. Have you not seen any war footage ever?
I don't really care.
Okay.
Hey, he was trying to make it as neutral as possible for them to fight.
Well, conventional warfare doesn't work like that, though. You're not going to see a special forces team out in the field.
Okay, well, let's just say it's a forest.
In a forest?
Yeah, in the forest.
That game sucks.
I think you like that.
Well, it's fun with friends. It's just Lumberjack Simulator. But I do think we should get off this topic.
Alright, that's one of the only topics we've ever stayed a good bit with.
We just shook hands. Lennon had a pretty weird handshake there, but it was good. Why are your hands so cold, by the way?
I'm
Are you
dying.
dying?
Okay.
I'm becoming a vampire.
Magic?
I'm already pale.
Magic?
I will drain your life essence. Well, shoot me with a silver bullet, I'm dead.
I'm gonna bayonet you with a wooden spear. Because it's wooden stakes and silver bullets, right?
To the heart.
And garlic.
Garlic?
And
Well, I mean,
obviously
garlic doesn't...
That's the stupidest three things.
Garlic doesn't really kill them. They just run away from it.
Yeah, they don't like it.
So if I loaded some... It's a silver bullet, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, it's silver
Some
bullet.
dimes and nickels way back when were loaded or made with silver. So I take those...
Yeah, silver burns them.
Okay,
'Cause
but
they're
can it kill them though?
Well, if you attack someone with a silver
Douse
weapon.
them with liquid silver.
Well, I mean,
They're already burning
if you hit them in the heart with a silver bullet, they'll die.
Yeah.
Wait, can you burn them as well, or is it?
I mean, you could burn them, but vampires are literally immortal in most universes.
But the stakes, they can stop them. The wooden stakes.
Because you're kind of keeping them suspended.
A wooden stake.
Well, how does the wooden stake keep them suspended?
But they just can't move, I guess. I mean, you stab them in the heart, and they're just like munched over like this the whole time.
So it's a little stake, or is it a big stake?
It's like the Vlad the Impaler stake.
Well, I was under the impression that it could be a little wooden knife.
It can be Aether, I believe. Aether big.
No, it probably depends on the vampire.
I mean, if you do just tie them up on a stick, they could just turn into a bat.
The thing is not all... It's because a good bit of vampires are also sunwalkers, too. Where they can walk in the sunlight and be fine.
You think vampires are real?
Well, according to vampire lore.
Vampire lore?
There's lore for vampires?
Yeah.
There is.
From a lot of universes. But, like... I mean, they could, like, turn into bats if they really needed to. They'll get away.
You believe in ghosts?
Not really.
Do you, Brayd? We won't make fun of you here.
Not really.
Okay.
I bet you would make fun of me.
What, if you believe in ghosts? I wouldn't make fun of you.
In general.
In general, I would make fun of you, but for believing in ghosts, I would not make fun of you. Or maybe I'd tease you about it, but it wouldn't be genuine, because everyone's got their irrational fears. Like, I'm terrified that spider on the back of that glass jug right there is going to jump at you.
What?
On the back of that glass jug right there, on the one to the right, there's a spider on the back of it.
Oh, okay.
Do you see it?
Not really, but I don't really care about spiders.
Actually, that's
to be
a bad
honest.
thing too. I don't see it anymore either. Okay, well, we'll find them later.
It's not like
We'll
spiders
find
going
you.
to purposely pounce on us.
Yeah. I still don't trust them, though. If I could not have them around me, I would rather not have them around me.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So what's the next topic, Jim?
Well, I thought we were talking about vampires for a second.
Okay, then.
Sure. I mean, Count Dracula has, like... Oh, he's, like, nearly impossible to kill.
Mm.
Well, first off, all vampires are already immortal.
Yeah.
So they can't age, because they're undead. But I think Count Dracula is even, like, more special among his kind. Because I think he, like, almost legitimately can't die. And stuff. I don't know. You can search up the Dracula lore if you want.
I'm okay. Personally. You think we could... Let's say that, like, not Cthulhu. What's the other, like, deep ocean horror?
The Kraken.
Yeah, the Kraken. Because Cthulhu is literally just a god.
Yeah.
You can't...
He's an eldritch being.
You can't kill an eldritch horror. Well, actually, you can. Because I think that one does get killed in the book.
But, like, it has to be between them.
Yeah. Like, we ain't got nothing on that
The
thing.
kind of
Even
the
if you
point.
look at it, you just go insane and, like, your head blows up or something.
I remember watching a Scooby-Doo episode about that.
What?
It was really
Very
scary.
specific.
It was like a movie, I think. It was like... No. It was...
Scooby-Doo and the Phanosaur.
No. Remember that movie Atlantis?
Atlantis.
Yeah.
So, after Atlantis came out, there was a second one.
Yeah, I know.
And then there was like a 3-part mini-series. And one of those was about them investigating this island off of Maine. I don't think it's real.
It's called Far Harbor.
No, I don't think it's so far. It might be. But basically, people started disappearing, and there was like this massive cult. And it really scared me as a kid. But that was besides the point. Atlantis was such a good show.
Yeah, Atlantis was good. It's an underrated gem.
Yeah, the military guy was in the right.
No, he's just not. He's not even a twist villain. He's just bad.
He's just objectively evil.
Yeah. Doesn't he just want to destroy Atlantis? That's like his whole thing.
No, I think he just wants to steal their technology.
He's just a bad guy, which is fine, because villains are cool in most things, because it helps give a narrative.
Yeah.
If you don't have a obvious bad guy, or if you
His
don't
death
have
is
any...
pretty horrific.
Oh, yeah.
He got
By
stabbed
the way,
by
I've
the...
never seen this movie.
You've never seen Atlantis?
Is it like a Disney
Again,
movie or something?
Yeah, it's a Disney
is it
movie.
Disney?
It is Disney.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. It uses the old animation style, so it actually has character.
It's like one of those Disney movies barely anyone knows about, even though it's actually pretty good.
I would say I like it more than most other ones.
Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts on Disney nowadays?
It's...
You like some of their movies? You hate all their movies?
What's the last Disney movie they made?
I don't know. It's, they go underground or something.
Well, I do recall... Well, I was making a bunch of Star Wars stuff. And I appreciate them finishing off the last episode of the last season of Clone Wars. Even though most of the framework was there for them. So that was pretty cool. They did the Bad Batch some more. That was cool. The Mandalorian got kind of boring.
I watched it. I didn't know they were making more after the Grogu arc.
Because it's just kind of the same thing. They're also making an Ahsoka show now.
Yeah, but I don't want it to be like the Obi-Wan show.
Was the Obi-Wan show good?
No, most people don't like it.
Really?
It was short.
I just want a Captain Rex. And I think because the Ahsoka one is going to be not live action, it's going to be animated.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
The Rebels shows what happened to Rex and stuff.
Yeah, they're old men.
Yeah, they're old and they live on like an old like Republic like AT-AT looking thing.
Yeah.
ATTE.
Oh.
Nerd. That's really cool. I think genuinely the Clone Wars era of Star Wars is the best and the coolest.
It's also not like ultra mega retconned like the sequels.
Because it's meaty slaves versus robotic slaves, and they kill one another.
Disney had like an easy way to. They had the framework from the comics to make the sequels about what the comics talked about, and instead they just went ahead and wrote random stuff. Oh, the First Order magically appeared out of nowhere. Who are these guys?
Have you seen the First Order guy's speech in German?
Yes, he's just Hitler too.
It's really funny.
It doesn't help that his name is Hux.
His name's Hux.
Yes.
Oh. No bueno.
It's like they wanted to shove, like spoon feed us that these guys are bad guys. Like, we knew that the Empire was bad, and...
I do kind of miss the part where the Empire had some people who weren't just awful.
Completely evil. And...
Yeah, and like they actually believed in some principles.
Yeah.
Because in principle, the Empire isn't inherently evil. It's totalitarian, but it's for the security of its people. It's kind of like every other... I don't know.
The Empire is pretty fascist.
They are fascist.
They want to wipe out certain races of people and stuff.
I didn't know that. Which races in particular?
Like a lot of the alien races and stuff.
Do they look human?
No.
Well, that's fine then.
Oh, but they're still being like racist to other races. Why do you think all the like 90% of like the Empire's soldiers are just normal people?
You know, thinking about it, you have troopers in all white armor, carrying guns that are left over from World War II, refitted to look a little more sci-fi, killing ethnically diverse individuals in a rebel organization. They are just Nazis.
Yeah, I think that's what they were based off of too.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I love looking at their gun designs because they are just like weird
amalgamations.
Well, they're not even amalgamations. They're like Han Solo's blaster is like
I'm Han Solo.
I live in Cloud City.
It's I think it was like a cavalryman's pistol that they took the stock off.
Oh.
And it's from like a World War I gun. And it was really cool. Little things like that. It's really neat.
Yeah. And then Disney had to ruin Star Wars with the sequels.
Not Bad Batch. Rogue One was good.
Yeah, but like yeah, because they didn't retcon like 20,000 stuff.
Yeah.
Instead they actually like tried to stay true to Star Wars material, and then in the sequels they tried to just make a load of stuff. Like Luke is not acting like Luke at all. Even Mark Hamill, Luke's actor, in like interviews before the what is it, the 7th movie or whatever, or no, 8th, right? The Last Jedi, I think.
I don't know.
Well, basically Mark Hamill's like, he's not my Luke. He's not the same Luke that I played in.
He's Disney's Luke.
Yeah.
Something.
He's like, it's not my story anymore,
like,
though.
Why would Luke try to kill Ben Solo, Kylo Ren, whatever you want to call him? Why? Like, why?
I stopped watching, so I don't know what you're talking about anymore.
At the end, he tried, or like during like a time
flashback thing. Since he has a Jedi camp, he was looking into all the people he was training's memories or thoughts while they're sleeping. And he looked at Kylo Ren's, and he saw that he was confused about if he wanted to be a Sith or a Jedi. And then Luke just swung his blade at him. Why? He literally forgave Darth Vader, the most evil man in the galaxy at the time.
Yeah.
He forgave him. Just like that.
You know what also kind of irks me about Star Wars? They have a universe that's very similar to 40K in a sense, where it's so expansive, you can have major battles that have little impact on the greater theme of things. Right?
I guess.
So you can have a massive, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Naval battle, and naval in Star Wars refers to space. Massive naval battle, and it not really affect the greater plot of the universe because everything's just so large in this universe, right?
Yeah, but then in some ways it does a lot. Like one naval battle could alter the whole course of the war, and then it causes one side to win, and then start doing whatever they want.
If I was a show producer, or even someone who had like any remote control over it, what I would want to do is like with these ships, especially this because it adds continuity and it's kind of interesting. Give each one of them a name on the side of them, like actual ships have. So you can see them if you watch closely throughout every episode that maybe you'll see the ship that you've looked at before, right?
Uh-huh.
And this is important because it shows you kind of a map of the galaxy and where the troops are moving. And I think that'd be a good way to tie continuity together.
I guess. But also in Star Wars, especially with the Resistance and Rebels, a lot of their big ships are just unique.
Yeah, with them it is because they're just using Corvettes and civilian Skyliners.
They're just a coalition of a bunch of people. So they have a bunch of unique ships.
I always found myself rooting for the bad guys, but they never won.
Again, why?
I liked the uniformness of their whole vibe. Everything looked the same. It was nice. Which sounds very wrong, but I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the equipment and the gear they use. I like the whole military vibe. But unfortunately, due to you have to have, what's the word I'm looking for? Like plot armor? Yeah. You make it where the soldiers are inept at shooting people, and their guns don't do anything, and their ships are useless. You need to have a few important people die every once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Old Ben, in like the sequels, after Luke asks him who could have killed Luke's aunts, Aunt Beru and Uncle something, I don't know. He says that only a stormtrooper could have that much accuracy. So maybe they were missing on purpose because Darth Vader wanted all of them alive.
Yeah,
like all the important people.
I don't know how I feel about this theory, because I feel like it was made after the fact just to be like, hey, look.
Plot armor.
Yeah.
It could easily just be plot armor.
Which, yeah. But yeah, these are supposedly well-trained, and in the Bad Batch, they're confirmed to be, like, elite well-trained, because the Bad Batch were the first introduction of non-clone forces into the new army, because they started recruiting, like, private security guys as, what they're called. I don't remember what they were called.
Stormtroopers?
They weren't called stormtroopers yet. There was something before that. But regardless.
Just troopers.
Yeah. So, and it was really cool to see because one of the clone commandos, if you know what a clone commando is, right? They stand a little bit taller than a regular clone. They have different armor.
Yeah, and
they're special forces.
Are they the ones that wear blue?
No.
Blue is just the color of the 501st Legion.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like the 212th Battalion is yellow, the 501st
Man,
is
how
blue.
the hell do you know that?
You like Star Wars, I guess.
I like dude, I don't know all that.
Actually, it's because of Lego. I'll scroll through like YouTube Shorts and I'll see people like, oh, I'm building my 501st Army and all of the troopers are wearing blue armor. And like they'll say, I'm building my 212th Battalion Army and they're all wearing yellow. Also, Obi-Wan was the leader of the 212th and Anakin was the leader of the 501st.
So, a clone commando is basically just a better trained clone.
Yeah.
And now, these clone commandos, they started training these, they weren't civilians anymore, but they were indoctrinated from civilian encampments and enlisted into the army, right? And supposedly, these guys have, like, the best training in all the galaxy. So then, why, might I ask, can they not hit anything? Like, it's...
I mean, they hit all the unimportant people.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, when Darth Vader busts through that room, those stormtroopers definitely weren't missing those rebels.
So that's a clone commando.
Oh, I mean, that's a blue visors.
Yeah.
Looks like.
That's just normal.
Yeah.
Clone trooper.
Normal dude.
Now, the cool thing about the scene in the Bad Batch is when they're like first seeing these new, not clone troopers, but they're like the early introduction stormtroopers. They're getting trained by a clone commando that was in the video game way back when, where you played as a clone commando.
Oh.
From way long ago, and he like nearly kills the Bad Batch. It's a really cool scene. No.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yes. We like Star Wars, but
Star Wars cool.
Not anymore.
Huh?
It's not cool anymore.
I mean, this.
What are you gonna say? I'm grown up now. I'm grown
No,
up.
it has nothing to do with me growing up. It has to do with Disney's business practices and ruining everything they get their hands on.
Even though Star Wars has taken a bad turn, that doesn't mean you can't like the franchise as a whole.
No, I like the franchise before Disney. Actually, even a little bit before Disney, because the later movies kind of just got a bit repetitive.
Are you talking about the prequels?
I don't know which one I'm talking about, but one of them. Because I don't remember. Because I really think this goes back to what I was saying before about how you can have such many large battles and they don't affect the greater universe, so you can just have cool set pieces if you want. It works better as a franchise, like a show. I think.
I mean, why do you think it has so many shows?
Yeah. Now, our next topic here is a skill that you wish you had. What would you like to start with, Landon? What is a skill you wish you had?
To be the best there ever was.
At?
Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Did you not get my reference?
No, I got it. Alright, Braydeen.
No, Junior, you first.
A skill I wish I had.
The power of Scotus Studus.
Scotus, Scutus.
Studus.
Studus.
I found a subsection of memes, actually,
Mm-hmm.
called Happy Birthday Josh.
What? What is that supposed to mean?
It's just an image with just saying Happy Birthday Josh and then something else as bottom text.
What?
And they're all specifically Josh's birthday.
Okay.
You know,
If you search it up, you'll find a lot.
You love skeleton memes.
Yeah, you're a weird guy.
You love skeleton memes. Like, I'm telling you, like every day or so, he'll send me just a random meme with a skeleton. Someone be like a skeleton holding two pistols up to him, and he's like, "Hey, have a good day. You're the best."
Ooh, corn dogs.
What was? Oh yeah. Megamind was ahead of its time with the memes.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they predict. I mean, they had the Markiplier meme where it's like Metro Man, but with the beard, he's like, "Hello, everybody, this is Markiplier." Or like, there's the, I mean, yeah, the one with Megamind like staring through the lens or whatever.
The camera.
Yeah. Or like how Titan was basically just an incel before that became a big thing. I mean, let's be honest. Oh, or like Titan says, I wouldn't say saved, more like under new management.
That one's pretty good.
Yeah, like all Megamind paved the way for the memes. Also, bad to the bone.
I'm bad to the bone.
All right. A skill I wish I had was just better memory. That's not really a skill. It's just kind of like something I want.
Yeah, can you like train yourself to have a better memory?
I've tried, like genuinely. But I guess it's
The best thing you could do, I guess, is immediately write it down.
I wish I was better with vehicles, but my thing is they really just don't interest me. Like I love guns and they're really cool, but vehicles is kind of they're boring.
I wish I just had better memory.
Yeah.
Oh. Better gaming skills.
You're already great at gaming, Landon. Except for Rainbow Six, you suck at that.
You have not played with me since I got the game.
I got on Rainbow Six the other day, actually.
You didn't invite me or think to ask?
No, I didn't. And I did see the cross-platform players. It's not with PC. It's only with Xbox.
No, you can play with PC players.
Really?
Yes, I watched YouTubers and they had a dude on Xbox while everyone else was PC.
Okay, that poor dude.
Well, they don't actually play the game really seriously. They just make memes and stuff.
I was playing against bots and I had like some crazy auto aim. Because my friend and I were doing a warm-up round. And it was like the auto aim is nuts on there.
Really? Aim assist is OP.
Well, at least with AIs, we didn't try against players because I got mad and play something else.
I think the aim assist is less like extreme when you're not fighting against terrorist hunt.
Does it still exist in online play?
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
you need it essentially if you're a console player.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love GTA 5's aim assist.
Yeah.
It's great.
It will lock onto the player, and you could be like a foot away, and still like when I mean a foot away, not like your character is standing a foot away, like your crosshair is a foot away from the character. You can still aim on them.
It's crazy.
Just unaim and then aim again.
There is, to be fair, there is skill in it. You have to know a certain little move pattern to get it right, but it's pretty crazy. It's pretty nuts. No. Any other skills, or is that the end of that topic? We have a few here that were brought to us by. Where would you live if you had a choice?
In the middle of the Northwest Territories.
Yeah, where's the lowest population density of people?
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't want to isolate myself from all humanity.
I want to. Sounds great.
Sorry. So you want to be a hermit?
But I want to be like a gaming hermit.
Well,
I want to. You can do it.
what? Live in the middle of the Yucatan?
Hear me out. I get some solar panel rigs, an RV. Put the solar panel rigs atop the RV. A big battery wall.
Oh, I expect you.
My gaming PC.
Where are you getting your internet, my friend?
Skynet. Not Skynet. Skynet. Sorry.
Skynet?
It's not Skynet.
Just a
Your
Terminator just comes knocking at your door.
No.
There's your internet bill.
No, the stupid thing from Elon Musk.
Yeah, the satellite internet. Yeah,
So-
but that isn't everywhere.
No, it's not. But if you look at the map where it all applies to.
It doesn't even go to where we live.
Well, that's because we live in. Like,
what, you mean the middle
Arizona.
of nowhere? So, like, the place
Give me a
where
second.
you want to go to?
It's Skylink, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. Nah.
Speaking of Elon Musk, actually, this is a good transition. What do you think about the new Twitter policy, where you're limited on the amount of posts and reads of posts every day?
I've not heard of that. That's so funny.
I know, that's what I'm
That's so
saying.
funny. We can't show this because we're going to dox ourselves, but that's hilarious. But like over here is like the lowest population density in the entire United States, so it's not
But
Alaska.
like I was gonna say, what are your thoughts
West
on that?
Virginia just not really get any.
Okay, what were we saying?
What I was saying was, what are your thoughts on Elon Musk limiting the amount of posts and the amount you can read every day on Twitter?
I don't know.
You think that's a bad thing or a good thing?
I feel like it's a bad thing for Twitter, but if you had a social media that plays it, there was something that already started like try to do that, where they like prohibit filters, limit your posts to like 1 or 2 a day, and you can only read other people's things.
Yeah, you can only put 2 posts in Twitter unless you pay stuff.
Oh, that's crap.
Yeah, that's kind of a little scummy.
If you didn't do the pay thing for it, I think it'd be a good thing. But if you're doing the pay for it, it's bad.
Yeah, but I think it's a bad thing only because of what Elon's model for buying Twitter was. I want to allow free speech and everything, and then he's limiting the amount people can say.
Well, it's free speech for the rich.
Yeah, but still, I mean, he was promising that, and then he started. I mean, yeah, he's allowing you to put like messed up. Have you heard of how bad it's gotten on Twitter?
It's like they post whatever they want.
Yeah, like a lot of people got recommended like on Twitter, like a guy getting eaten by a shark.
Mm.
It was apparently pretty graphic and stuff too. So, yeah, or like a bunch of like pretty bad stuff on Twitter. And I was even saying like, at least have a system where you have to mark your videos as like graphic before you can like like how on like say Reddit or something they'll tell you.
Yeah, like
You're
this post is 18 plus or whatever.
Yeah, and unless you're ready or whatever, they should have that on Twitter. Like right before you click on the post, it'll be like, hey, this will have like bad content.
Well, no, he's doing a bad job with Twitter, but let him do what he wants, because Twitter was successful before, successful more so now.
Yeah, I know, like, right? Everyone's like, oh, Elon Musk could make it a little better, and then he just made it even worse.
So that's some like chlorine to that gene pool, kill them all.
It was like, it's like a dumpster fire, and then he went in and threw like more wood into it. And
No,
then,
I would.
and-
That's not a correct acronym. What I think you're saying is there was a dumpster fire inside of a building, and there were people inside this building, and they were worried about catching on fire. So what Elon did is he did like the ultimate, they stole the oxygen out of the room. Right? Yeah, he set the fire, but now everyone's dead. So...
Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, Elon is, like, weird. He's just weird.
Yeah, most rich people are. There was something that I was kind of interested in doing. There's this, I forget what it's called. This YouTube, they're kind of like trying to, I've heard of this so many times, and so have you, like, redo the social media norm. And there's like this new posting site, I forget what it's called. The issue with it is it's very, very right-leaning.
Oh.
Which, I would say both of us are more somewhere in the middle on things. And realistically, I'll say what I believe kind of to irritate people the most. Right?
Okay.
Just to offend people the most. But I don't want to surround myself with people so far gone on both sides of the party where it's annoying.
Yeah.
People are annoying.
You don't want to just go on an app and then, like...
Echo chamber that thing.
Yeah, you don't want to reinforce bad beliefs. And I don't like to... But like, being too extremist in, like, any direction...
Yes, it's bad.
...is legitimately just not good.
It's scary.
And people are basically getting brainwashed by a bunch of, like, big influencers or, like, YouTubers who will, like, spout nonsense. And if you read the description of their videos, despite them saying all this stuff as if it was truth, they cite 0 sources.
Yeah.
Or if they do have sources, the sources are very, very questionable. Like PragerU, extremely far right.
Yeah.
Type of stuff, like propaganda essentially. Their sources is just their own website. Wow, how incredible.
It's like when the CIA investigates itself for like corruption. Source? We made it up.
Like, what you expect.
Have you seen that Senator Armstrong meme? Source? I made it up.
Yeah.
Only that cursing because little Braydeen's here and he can't hear those words.
Even though he just listens to it after you curse. Well, then it's not your responsibility. So.
Yeah. Is it funny to hear me curse?
A little.
Do you just laugh out loud?
Is it hysterical? Is it more funny to hear me or Landon curse?
I'd say probably Landon.
Yeah. It is funny to hear Landon curse.
Because I actually just don't.
When he first cursed. When he first
said a bad word.
When he first said the big potty word, I thought it was rather humorous.
No, I like rarely even curse. Even around my friends, I still rarely curse.
Yeah. I really only do it when it's funny.
Reasonable. I don't know, I just never see any real need to.
You use the word too much, it loses all meaning. Please don't. Still.
Like, obviously, like, middle schoolers, like, they throw it around all the time because they're, like, just now discovering curse words.
The funny word!
But they'll always say it in, like, the worst way.
Yeah.
Like it makes no sense in their context.
And this is why English, too, is so important. They need to learn what, like, an adjective is and how to use it properly. You can't have every word have the same adjective.
Like, they'll be like, oh, you idiot mother poop.
Yeah. Thank you, Landon. That's going to make our title, actually. Idiot mother poop. Thank you.
Especially, like, Indian scam callers, they'll curse in, like, the funniest way ever. It's like they just discovered Black Ops 2.
It's great. I've been seeing, like, random clips from, like, people stealing scammers' IP addresses and, like, re-scamming them, stuff like that. It's really funny.
While it is hilarious, I don't think that's exactly right, but...
No, I don't think there's an issue with it.
Well...
You go out of your way to harass people, then...
Well, the only reason why I'm saying that is because, I don't know, maybe, like, what... I mean, first off, they're probably not getting paid that much in the first place, the scammers, but they're probably just doing that because they need money.
Well, yeah, but they still got into the wrong profession. It's wrong.
It's not good, but, like, I don't know. It's like if you stole for, like, your family or something. If that makes sense.
No, that's one thing. Yeah, I agree with that. But in my eyes, if you're willing to go work in that profession and you're willing to, well, you know, you are potentially doing harm to people because you're trying to scam them out of their money, then me as a person who you may be attempting to scam, I have all the right in the world to whatever I want to back to you. Not whatever. I'm not going to go out of my way and, like, erase you, but...
Well, that would be definitely extreme.
Yeah. But I feel like if someone broke into my house and was stealing my food, I don't know what I'd do because I guess I just look at the situation.
Why would he be robbing you if you're like just sitting in the living room or something? Like,
Well, if someone breaks him while I'm sitting in the room, I'm running back here and grabbing my gun. I don't know. It's hard to judge though, because if someone's just stealing food and maybe they can express that to me, I would be more understanding. But if you're trying to rob my house for my TV, that's a whole different thing.
That's obviously different.
Like you might lose something here. And I don't know. But the scammers, I do get what you're saying. It's a tricky situation because they're probably just trying to provide for their family too.
Yeah.
But they're doing wrong in the process.
I know it's not a good thing for them to do that. They're probably just desperate.
No, I got it. And if I were in their shoes, I'd probably do the same thing. But it's still wrong.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying I could see in their position.
It's me or them.
So, yeah.
I never answered the where would I live if I had a choice.
None of us did.
That's true.
What animal?
Not Louisiana, because it's hot. It's stupid hot.
I don't mind hot.
This is too hot.
This is just humid. That's why it's horrible.
It feels like 130 outside. Not 130.
It's not even it's not just because it's hot. Because I can probably be in like a desert environment, and not like be like super like irritated. You know.
You'd fit in right. You'd fit in.
Are you saying I'm an Arab?
I mean, you put the thing on, you kind of look like one.
What, a turban?
Yeah. A turban. Like a helicopter turban.
Alright, so before that joke gets made...
What joke? It was going to be no joke. Helicopter turban is in like the turbine that's...
Yeah, but we could have been able to move that to a different direction if you catch my drift. And some people get offended by those type of jokes, so...
Are we talking about 9/11?
What?
No, you can't actually. You cannot talk about that.
We talked about that on the last episode too, didn't we?
What?
That.
No, we didn't.
No, we did, because we said, like, we were talking about Joe's birthday or something that just happened to be on September...
Who the heck is Joe?
Well, that's the thing, we made up... Wait, who's Joe? Who's Joe?
Joe Biden.
Alright.
He comes to your house with an ice cream.
I'm kicking him out.
What if he gives you like a presidential gift? You wouldn't accept it?
What if he like gives me a presidential pardon?
Okay, well, why are you going to jail in the first place?
Well, that's to be this gift. Like I can get away with one thing.
Well,
it's kind of weird that he would even in the first place just let you specifically. Yeah, this guy called Kyle. Yeah.
What was the last time someone was presidentially pardoned?
I don't know. Did Trump pardon somebody?
I think he did, actually.
I feel like he did. I know, like, the most, like, horrible, like, pardon was, like, when Richard Nixon got immediately pardoned after he resigned.
That's just corruption.
Yeah, he got immediately resigned. Or, as soon as he resigned, he got pardoned by the next president.
Oh, wait, Joe Biden has issued
a pardon?
Several.
On.
Let's see.
Do you actually have to have a reason for the pardon?
I think so.
Because I feel like you can't just say, he's my friend, let him out.
But how did he do it for Nixon?
So,
Huh?
Betty
How
Jo
did he do it
Bogans.
for Nixon then?
I don't know, we probably just say that all that stuff was like...
They were sentenced to 87 months imprisonment, 3 years supervised released in 1998. So I guess he was serving his time while he was released. So yeah, pardons granted by President Joseph Biden, 2021 to present. Possession with intent to distribute 736.9 grams of crack cocaine.
That's very specific. Why did you get pardoned for that?
That is weird.
Oh, it's for Hunter Biden. I get it.
I wasn't going to say that. Alright. This one's interesting. This one's really interesting. Abraham W. Bolden Sr. I've heard that name before. Northern District of Illinois. 6 months imprisonment. September 5th, 1964. Secret Service agent soliciting money to commit fraud. Obstruction of justice. Why did he get pardoned, I wonder? That's a little suspect. This guy has an evil name. Dexter Eugene Jackson. Middle District of Georgia. 4 months imprisonment. 1 year supervised release. $5,000 fine. Use of communication facilities to facilitate the distribution of marijuana, aiding and abetting.
They don't even have that long of sentences in the first place.
Well, that first person did.
Oh yeah, but like.
And this one did too. 6 years.
Oh, I thought you said 6 months.
No, 6 years. I might have said months. Sorry.
I was about to say 6 months is not that much.
This is more recently. Gary Parks Davis, District of New Mexico, 1 year of imprisonment with 6 months imprisonment suspended, 2 years probation. Illegal use of communication facilities to facilitate unlawful cocaine transmission.
Why are all these drug related?
It's a little suspect. Edward Lincoln Cotto, the 3rd District of California, 30 months imprisonment, 4 years supervised release. Conspiracy to distribute marijuana. Holy Christ! Look at that word. District Air Force. Vincent Ray Flores, reduced to rank E3. Forfeiture of $700 per pay month for 4 months. Confinement for 4 months. Suspended for participation in the Air Force Return to Duty Program 2008. This is recent. Wrongfully using 3 to 4 methamphetamine. Underage drinking. Oh, and underage drinking.
Sorry.
That was the big one right there.
That's what they caught him on.
Not the word that was a full essay to read. Alright. They are all drug related though. Oh no, this one's murder. Okay. Beverly Ann Ibn Timus, District of Columbia Superior Court. 1 to 5 years incarceration with credit for time served. 1976. 2nd degree murdered while armed.
Wait, what?
That's weird.
2nd degree?
So that's not planned, but it was intentional.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, 1st degree is planned, carried out murder. 2nd degree is unplanned, but intentional murder. And 3rd degree was unintentional.
But it's
Isn't that just called manslaughter, though? That you accidentally kill someone?
Let's see. So no, 3rd degree murder is you had intent to harm them, but you didn't mean to kill them.
Oh, okay.
So let's say like I punch you, we're fighting on the street, and then you like bonk your head on the pavement and you're done.
Okay.
That's 3rd degree.
Manslaughter is when you accidentally kill someone, like in a car wreck.
Yeah. Executive grant of... Is that clemency? Yeah, clemency. Joseph R. Biden Jr.
What's the R?
Isn't it Robert?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
To all these...
To all to whom...
I'm sorry, I had a stroke reading that.
To whom these presents shall come...
This is the stupidest font. Be it known that this day, Joseph R. Biden Jr., President of the United States...
It's like they just went and randomly
I hate this font. Oh my lord. To my powers under Article...
Comic Sans looks better than this.
God. Section 2, Clause 1 of the Constitution, after considering the application for executive clemency, have granted unto Beverly Ann... How do you say that? Ibn Timas?
Yeah. Oh, that means that the person is Muslim. Ibn means it's the father's name.
Okay. A full and unconditional pardon for her... Okay, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah.
For her conviction in the Superior Court of the District of Columbia on an indictment, doc number 1976, felony 032435, charging violations of sections 222403 and 223202 DC Code 1973, for which he is sentenced in July 1977 to 1 to 5 years imprisonment with credit for time served. So, how did...
They didn't really explain what the reason for letting her out is.
Give me a second. That's really weird. We just stumbled across something. We're going to get killed by the federal agents now. Let's see. Ohio...
Oh my god.
Biden pardons Ohio woman 80 who killed abusive husband decades ago. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Now we're making sense.
That's a lot more reasonable than just letting a person get away with murder.
I thought we stumbled across something cool here. This one I'm curious about, though.
Oh, the dude who, like...
Secret Service agent.
Let's start with that one, because that's really interesting. So, Abraham Bolden Sr., and I swear I've heard his name before.
From what?
I don't know. Let's see. Bribery charges. On May 12th, 1964, Bolden was accused of attempting to sell a government file to Joseph Spangoli Jr. in exchange for $50,000. The file was evidence for a case in which Sangoli was named the head of a counterfeit ring. Bolden was arraigned in Chicago May 20th, 1964 on federal charges that he had solicited a bribe from the ring that he had helped break. He was accused of seeking $50,000 in exchange for a secret life on the secret file on the investigation. A federal grand jury returned a 3-count indictment against Bolden, charging with seeking a bribe in violation of official duty. So, how did he get pardoned?
Who knows?
Here we go. Appeal and pardon. In January 1965, 5 months after Bolden's trial and sentencing, Sangoli was found guilty on counterfeiting charges sentenced to 15 years. At his trial, Sangoli said his livelihood was gambling, that he had falsely testified in Bolden's trial that his mother supported him, and that this is a false testimony was suborned by the government counsel in order to improve the jury's opinion of him. So how does this have to do with Biden? Let's see.
Alright,
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Wait, here we go. So there's 5 mentions of Biden in this article. Wait, as part of... What was that? As part of Second Chance Month. Biden did a Second Chance Month? Give me a second. Sorry, I've gone down a rabbit hole here. That's kind of interesting. A proclamation of Second Chance Month, 2023. Oh my god, these stupid fonts, man. This isn't bad, but it's like the color of the text is almost blue. You see what I mean? It's hard to read.
Yes.
America has always been a land of second chances, found in the fresh starts, new possibilities, and the belief that every person deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. During Second Chance Month, we recommit to helping people forge the new beginnings they have earned and building a safer, more just society.
Alright.
Okay.
So he just wanted to...
I guess pardon a few people. They got lucky, I guess.
Or did he specifically selectively chose them?
There is, in my mind, without a doubt, a huge drug ring in America.
Oh, yeah, I mean, read how much people just got pardoned for drug selling.
Not only just this, though. I mean, like, you watch Wendigoon as well.
Not really. Not anymore.
Not anymore? Well, here's a couple interesting things, and then from there I went on and did a little bit more investigation on it. Like, there's these 2 kids on the railway tracks conspiracy, where there was this mayor, I think it was, and like some of his cronies who all worked for the government went out to get a drug drop from a cartel plane to then distribute it, but these kids stumbled across it, so they murdered the 2 kids by placing their desiccated bodies on a train track.
Dang, they went full Todd.
Yeah, and one of the kids actually shot the dude with a .22 caliber rifle while they were trying to get away, but it didn't do enough. So,
in this one paper, 5 people were pardoned for selling or something to do with drugs.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's not necessarily a huge conspiracy here, but there is something. But who knows?
Anyway, I guess that was the topic.
Yeah, that's pretty good. This is a good episode, I'd say. Would you agree, Sir Landon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let's finish reading our list.
Where's the list? You took it from me?
I didn't ever...
Dropped it.
Oh.
The last one on the list. Oh, if I had a place I want to live, I guess, like, somewhere away from people. Right.
Some nice place.
Childhood cartoons / TV shows, / Gummy Bears / The Office.
Oh, okay, you didn't have to read the last part. It's just your childhood shows.
Oh. I like Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which we've already been over.
SpongeBob.
When I was younger, I always watched...
When you were younger, bro.
Well,
still young.
When I was young...
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. But yeah, every adult in existence do be saying that, though, all the time.
Yeah.
I watched Octonauts, Jake and the Neverland Pirates, and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
What was that reaction to Octonauts?
What was the Neverland Pirates again?
It was like a gang of like 3 people plus a parrot. And then Captain Hook.
I know what you're talking about, actually.
And then like the fat guy called Smee or something.
Smee.
Right? Wasn't that his name?
I don't know.
He had like a striped blue and white shirt.
I know what you're talking about.
And they had like two pirates who always sang.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Jake had like a wooden sword.
Did you? Yes, I know that.
Yeah, okay.
The Office. We've mentioned it briefly on here before.
Yeah, the only thing we've talked about The Office, funnily enough, was just me being the fake Jim. I think that was the most.
And me being Creed. It's a good show.
Who would Braydeen be, though, is the better question.
I don't know.
Braydeen's just one of the warehouse workers.
What's his name? Daryl. the black dude. Yeah.
There was a bunch of workshop guys, but I don't remember any of their names.
I think it was just Daryl, and there was a big guy.
And there was like the white dude who dated Pam for a while, right?
Yeah. I think he left the show.
Oh.
Do y'all want to do the topic that Afia suggested to us?
Well, we're talking about our childhood show.
Wait, I forgot about her topic.
Are we just going to scrap this other topic?
Well, yeah, we don't have much time left.
We don't have to stop immediately. We have
It
plenty of time
was,
today.
how would you survive horror movies like Bird Box and stuff like and horror movies?
Hey, you like my comment? I think it's really insightful.
Bird Box is the one where they can't
see. Because if they see, they die.
Those are also examples. We can just say any horror movie.
Well, the Bird Box one does not sound like a place I'd want to be.
Not at all.
You just wouldn't live.
I reckon. Can you, what is it that kills you?
If you see the creature thing, it causes you to go insane and you kill
So they're
yourself.
just a cosmic horror being.
Okay.
Okay.
But it is a physical thing you have to look at, right?
You have to see it, but you can't interact with it in any other way at all.
What if I, locked myself in a bunker? Could I then open my eyes? Is that fine?
I believe it can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to shoot myself then. Screw that.
Okay, let's pick something that's a little more plausible, I guess. Yeah, what about it? What would you do in it to survive?
Leave the city, because it only goes to Derry. Just leave Derry.
Yeah, that's
just walk
strat.
out of there. I think or just not be scared of it.
Hear me out.
Right?
Slowly, it's hard to just say not to be scared of something.
Yeah. Find the magical turtle.
How about this? Go to college, then join, the Air Force. Work your way up the officer ranks for years. Become an 08 or something. Order a napalm strike on Derry.
Oh.
There people live there.
Too bad.
Also, the better question is, could Pennywise even...
I mean, he can
way?
his physical form can get injured, but 27 years later, his body's just going to regenerate.
Strike it again.
Come back.
So every 27 years, you're just going to keep striking the same city?
Yes.
Just make it a crater.
Make it into, Lake Derry.
Okay, maybe a little bit more of a realistic approach to this.
Okay.
It's more like if we were thrown into the character's shoes. I think is how the question is.
So instead of just leaving Derry, let's say you can't leave Derry.
Nope, I'm leaving.
Find the magical turtle.
Magical turtle? What?
Yep.
It's in the books.
Yeah. The whole thing's weird. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So let's say you're forced
Stephen
to
King
fight
was probably on his on his coke.
On LSD.
No, coke.
I thought it was LSD.
No, coke.
You sure?
Yeah, he's admitted to it.
I think he's done other things too.
When he definitely snorted some lines.
What were you saying?
Let's say you have to fight it.
Well then, I guess beforehand I'm gonna go through everything possible to just not get afraid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some of that chewing leaf that the Somali pirates get, that keeps their nerves strong.
Oh.
I don't know what it is, a drug, hardcore, but just chew on that all the time.
Just be high the whole time.
Yeah.
That's how you fight Pennywise.
I can't be afraid. Having a great time, bro.
Here, take a whiff of this.
So, if you're not afraid of him, your conventional attacks can kill him, right?
I mean, you have to get rid of the dead lights.
What?
There's these 3 balls that are on the inside of him. It's his actual thing. It's his actual thing.
Lob and a frag.
Make him eat a frag. That's your solution.
You're honored to call it an improvised explosive device as an insult to its craft.
The way they got rid of him in the movie was weird. They just insulted him to death. He just turned into a pancake.
That's pretty stupid.
Then he made a dinosaur noise.
What year is this film?
It was not scary.
What year was...
What?
The The most recent Pennywise. When was it set?
It too.
No, when they were still kids. What year was it set?
In like the 2010s eras.
2010s?
No, not like
No.
past 2010 was when that version came out.
No, I'm saying like when was it set?
Oh.
Like
I don't know.
1970s or 80s?
Just search up when it is set.
What year?
Put the movie or the book.
2017.
It's not set in 2017.
No, that's when it was released. Probably like the 1960s through 80s.
Well, you could definitely get your hands on some pretty serious hardware.
Alright, let's talk about a different horror movie then. If we had, I don't know, like what about what would you do?
Happy Death Day is the one where you're like stuck in a reoccurring loop, right?
Like if you die, you go back to this.
Wait, so it's
when you
Groundhog
woke up.
Day?
Yeah, I remember watching it. It was
I
just-
actually don't know.
And it's
what
like
it
this baby face person comes and kills.
Yeah, so it's this like college girl and she just like keeps dying over and over again.
is. So it's
the
Groundhog Day.
But yeah, with
But she
murder.
comes back.
And I don't remember why. I think there's some like timey-wimey stuff going on.
Bro, that's some Doctor Who stuff
That
right
was
there.
a joke, yes. But I don't remember how she solved it. So I guess I'll just do whatever she did.
But you don't even know, so
Actually,
you
I don't
just
even
die.
know if I would. Because I feel like, personally...
You want to die over and over again?
No.
Wow, that's edgy.
No, what I was going to say is, I feel like, personally... That's how she beat it. She killed her killer. I remember now. No spoilers, but she killed... Because her roommate was her killer, I think.
Oh.
And she was trying to poison her. So regardless if she survived or not, she was getting poisoned and would die at the end of the day.
No, she's like it was her birthday. That's why it's
Yeah.
Happy Death Day.
Yep.
So it was her birthday, and her roommate tried to give her a cupcake, which was poisoned.
Yep. And regardless if she gets killed by the person, at the end of the day, like with a bat or whatever it was, she'll still die from the poison. Because on one scene she escapes the killer, but then just wakes up the same day again because she was
Well,
poisoned.
I mean, like
Or if you just
sometimes
don't eat the cupcake.
she doesn't eat the cupcake.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't
Oh.
have to, but one day she eats it, then dies like 2 seconds later.
Okay. Well, what I was going to say is, I feel like I would take my time in this scenario. I can get away with whatever I want.
Just planning it out? Yeah, do you just forget everything that happens?
No. She
you
remembered.
remember.
She remembered.
Okay.
And the other thing is, you do, like, you're sore, but you're not dead. She was saying, like, she feels pain in her ribs.
Oh.
Which I don't know if they're actually... I don't think they were broken, because if that was the case, her brain would be mulched because she was, like, brutally killed over and over again.
Yeah.
But I think it's, like, a mental reaction, like, hey, I know I just got brutalized, but I'm just back here for some reason. So I guess...
And also, if you tell someone anything, they don't remember if you die.
Yeah.
You're the only person that remembers the previous day. Or
Yeah.
previous.
I'm going to
Try
spend
if
this
it's
time
good.
because if I can do the same thing over, I'm just going to better myself mentally for as long as I want, and then I'll just kill my killer. I'd get so smart in between one day. I'd like learn a language. I would use this.
Yeah, and then everyone would think you just learned a language in a day.
I learned all the languages.
Dang, he became a polyglot in a day.
What about a different
I've learned
horror
dead
film?
languages.
That's like the most useless. I actually learned fictional languages.
Like Elfish or whatever it is.
Yeah, or Klingon or something.
I don't know what that is. That's the one from
Star Trek.
Yeah. Fictional. What were you saying?
What if you do? What about like Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees?
Okay,
How
Jason
would you serve
Voorhees. He can literally teleport.
No, he can't teleport. He's just really athletic, and everyone in all the scenes they took their eye off of them. So
That's
that
called teleportation. When you're not looking at me, he suddenly gets over there. That's teleportation.
he's very fast. He's very agile.
He just runs faster than light. That's it.
Bro, he's 6'8". Actually, no. Time out for a second.
He
Jason
does not
Voorhees?
have teleportation. He's a person. He's a man that just.
7 foot tall. He ain't. Bro, no. Jason Voorhees.
His secret power film theory.
Yes.
So I'm sure he did a video on it.
Because I know in the game that you can play as him, he can teleport.
What? Dead
Well,
by
I mean-
Daylight?
No, and Jason Voorhees, the game.
Well, and in the Dead by Daylight too, whenever you're not looking at him, you can teleport as him.
What I mean, that's just like a joke.
Uh-huh.
That's like a joke. That is not a good reason.
Whatever, y'all can fix that, I guess.
Well, if... Okay. If, let's say he couldn't teleport, he was just 7 foot tall, can you kill him?
I mean,
No, he just tanks bullets.
It would be hard. Just burn him in acid. Good like that.
I'm not Walter White.
Please step in my bathtub.
Sir, would you mind having a seat? This piranha acid.
I'm gonna kick him into my lake of piranhas.
Well, as long as you can keep your eye on the dude, I don't think... What if I just walk away from him?
I mean, what if you blink, though? You're really gonna do that the whole time?
I guess.
What if you accidentally blink both eyes?
I'm not going to.
That's not how it works.
I have crazy ocular control.
I mean, a lot of people just blink without thinking, so...
Well, okay, what if I just, like, pour him in, like, cement?
And that's more realistic. How are you trapping him to go into
Alright,
cement?
we get a big semi-truck. We hit him with a semi-truck.
This is like a SpongeBob episode.
Well, alright, I'm running with him, right? He's chasing behind me in a construction site. There's a big pit. Like, where concrete's in a hole.
And he falls into a punji trap.
No. And then we have this guy in, like, a forklift or something. Forklift certified guy. Let's say El Diablo. He's not certified. He runs him over and puts him in the hole. And then we just turn on the concrete mixer, and he gets buried.
Okay, how would you say? Let's transition this to also games as well, horror games. Mm-hmm. How would you survive Five Nights at Freddy's?
Not take the job.
Well, you're not really. Well, it's your like mission to get that job.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, how would you survive if you had to take the job?
Yeah, you were like so desperate for no reason.
It doesn't make any sense that when there's no power, the doors go up. That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, because
that's not how that works.
It would just stay closed.
Neutral mode.
It would just stay closed because there's no power to pull it back up.
There are certain safety features where the doors will open with a last little bit of power so you can get out. But I don't think that if I walk into a Chuck E. Cheese-esque restaurant and I'm a security guard, why is there 4-inch thick tungsten doors between me and the animatronics?
Well, I mean, just in case someone breaks in.
Then couldn't they break the very thin glass?
I mean...
What if it's bulletproof glass? That's why the animatronics don't just break the glass to get into your room.
Again, I question the fact why I chose to work here for minimum wage, if that is the case.
Just work at, like, McDonald's.
Or work literally anywhere else.
You get paid more at McDonald's.
Yes. It's like $6.20 an hour at, like, Five Nights at Freddy's.
At the end of the week, I think you get, like, $100.
Bro, that is god-awful. You're working night shift.
You're working from 12 to 6.
12 to 6?
Yeah.
So it's a 6-hour day. Well, it's a 6-hour night.
And
so
you work 5 nights.
Give me a second.
30.
Yeah, 30. And then you said how much?
About $100.
Bro, wait a minute. That's nothing. That's literally
you're getting,
nothing.
Well, you gotta remember, this game is in the 19.
Still, we'll calculate for inflation in a second. So you said it's 30 hours. Then he's going to pay 100.
No, you did
that wrong. I did that wrong. You're right. How would I do this?
100 over 30.
Yeah, you're right.
You're going to pay like
3. We'll say $3.33 an hour. $3.33. And that was...
What, like the 1980s.
Just put 1980s minimum wage.
Wage.
Yeah, see?
So you're making literally just a little bit over minimum wage.
Not saying you're...
Man, that sucks.
Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, there's FNAF 2 where there's no... There's still power, but, like, there's no...
Doors.
Yeah, you have to put on a mask.
Man,
I'd take these jobs.
Okay, well, what about Slender?
Slenderman?
Slenderman? Bro, if I encounter Slenderman, I messed up. I done messed up.
And you're in the forest getting pages.
Yeah. I don't know what chain of events in my life, what treachery and what awful choices I've made to get here, but it's over.
The interesting thing also would be that, like, in real life, you'd just be seeing staticky stuff if you get close to him and stuff.
Yeah. Slenderman is just an SCP.
Pretty much.
I think he is actually an SCP.
Well, I mean, he was a creepy
Herobrine
first.
Is an SCP.
Herobrine?
Yeah.
How would you survive Freddy Krueger?
That's the one who invades my nightmares, right?
Yeah, it's a dude like...
Bro, he's gonna have a messed up time in my dreams.
Well, that's you also assuming you're lucid dreaming.
I don't really dream anymore, so...
You probably do. You just forget immediately after you wake up.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one hears it.
Exactly. So that sound never existed.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. Freddy Krueger. He just kills you in your dreams, right? Then in turn you die in real life, right?
Yeah. Also, he controls your dreams. If he gets.
So you can't just say I want a gun and then fight him.
Well, I mean, if you lucid dream, you control your dream. But if you're not lucid dreaming, then he gets control of the dream.
Eat a piece of cheese before sleeping every night.
That is a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah. That apparently is supposed to help you with lucid dreaming.
And like if you listen to some music.
Or like you have to give yourself reality checks even when you're awake.
Yeah.
So that you get used to it in your dream, and then you realize it's not real, and then you can just do whatever you want.
What I will occasionally do, and when like last night I couldn't sleep at all, so I was doing my squats for today at 3:30 a.m. in the morning because I couldn't sleep.
They say that it is good, like if to not try to force yourself to sleep.
Yeah, because like then your body will realize that the bed is like somewhere you don't sleep at, so it's like because your brain is the thing that just learns from stupid ways.
Well, some people say like the good thing you can do if you're trying to sleep is actually just get up and do something.
Yeah.
So you tie yourself up a little more.
I like to listen to distant ambient artillery. It's
Wow.
therapeutic.
Let's hope Grandpa doesn't come into the room.
Well, I see my earbuds.
The earbuds run out of battery.
Just boom.
And then just Grandpa's like, get on the ground!
Not again.
You hear a thud on the ground in your house.
Jesus Christ. I don't think you can really fight Freddy Krueger. There's only really reality checks, and I can't.
And eat cheese.
I can't. Let's say I wear like my full combat kit to sleep, but I'm not gonna have it in my dream.
Well, no one said for you to do that.
And I'm saying, whenever I do have a gun in my dream, they always jam and they don't work.
That has some hidden meaning.
I know it does. Like same as like when you punch someone in your dream, it has like no actual effect on them.
Well, apparently that's actually supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, you're not supposed to actually be able to punch people in your dream because that would mean that you'd be doing it in real life.
Let's see. When one's gun does not fire in a dream, it can indicate your feeling of hopelessness.
Well, so basically, like the reason why you can't punch and stuff in your dreams is because your body actually goes through paralysis when you sleep, on purpose.
Really?
So you don't do anything dumb. So that's why you can't actually do like this. You can't just like swing at people while you're sleeping because you're in paralysis.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Oh.
I feel like I dream like when I have my guns though because I clean my guns before I go to sleep.
Oh.
I like mess with the internals of them because it's kind of cool to see how they work. Because I'm a weird person. More so than anything else. I'm not gonna say what we just read out loud because Braydeen's here and I don't want to get in trouble.
Anyway, yeah, that's interesting. How long has it been?
120.
I want to finish our questionnaire. We never finished our questions.
What's the last one?
We never
We
answered.
did.
Our childhood shows. You never said. You just said Clone Wars.
That's my childhood show. That's like all I watched.
You never watched anything else.
SpongeBob was not my thing, man.
You probably watched PBS, did you not?
Oh, you're right. Wildcrats.
Oh yeah. Wildcrats. Oh yeah.
Bro, you look so schizophrenic when you did that. You're looking nuts. Wildcrats was this show on PBS where it was
Two
brothers.
What was his name? It's on the tip of my freaking
blue
tongue.
dude and green
Yes,
dude.
blue. I liked green dude better. He was cooler.
And then who were the real people? And then they had some animated people. My favorite villain was the French guy. Yeah.
The chef just wanted to make exotic animals into meals.
It's really interesting, the villain, because I went down a rabbit hole not too long ago. There's like one that's forgotten about, and there's only like 2 episodes.
Are you being serious?
Yes.
What?
Oh, wild rats.
What did he do?
He was like an Australian captain.
He's just Steve Irwin.
No. And they all wore red and black. Let's see.
Is it that weird, like, guy who looks like he spent much longer in the basement?
Wait, no, where is he? He does exist, I swear. Who's this dude?
Who?
That's the one you were talking about. Wait,
That's
no,
a chef. No,
Yeah.
no, that's the chef.
oh, this is his granddad. Who is this lady?
That's like a company that in one.
Yeah, they're evil. Who's Rex? The construction
He looks like
worker.
the happiest dude ever.
Rex is a supporting antagonist in Wildcrats. he made his first appearance along with his superior, Paisley Paver. She's the business person.
Oh, I know. They want to like clear out forests and stuff for like construction.
Yeah. Okay.
Then what was that like dude who has that goatee, or like kind of goatee but only on his like chin?
Davio?
No, the dude above him.
Zach.
Oh,
That
Zach.
guy.
Yeah, with the robots.
What was his motivation?
Let's see. Allies, all of them.
Yeah, they all worked together in an episode. I remember.
Chris and Martin Krat.
That's their name. Okay.
Yeah.
The Krat brothers.
Actually, funnily enough, my stepdad hates
enemies,
Wildcrats.
wild Krat kids.
As you were saying.
Oh, and their base was Tortuga?
Yes. I did
Yes, the turtle.
Yeah, it just means turtle.
that. Dislikes. Avia. Or if that's cocky. Cokie.
The
whatever.
Krat brothers.
Defeat.
Defeat.
Humiliation. Animals.
His
His robots taking his words too literally. Loop-de-loop rock.
Right.
Being attacked.
Christmas fishing and running.
Those are very specific.
He hates Christmas fishing and running.
Wow.
Bro.
His personality. Abilities,
Bruh.
he just has a robot.
He's just smart.
He's just Dr. Eggman. But physically, he's the opposite of Dr. Eggman.
He's skinny.
I gotta find this because he's not even on the freaking wiki.
Wild Krat's forgotten villain.
Go to images. Not shopping. Sorry. I think he was in a movie.
I didn't even know
Look
there
up
was...
like forgotten wild Krat villains.
Well, if you think it's in a movie, search a Wildcat movie. I don't remember a movie.
Maybe I've just like made this figment in my head
It's some weird Mandela effect.
that
thing.
doesn't actually exist. Because that's what it's looking like.
Just search a Wildcat movie. Characters. If that even exists. Oh, of course, all we see is the Krat brothers.
All characters. We gotta end this soon.
I'm in no rush.
I am.
Why?
I got things to do. Let's see.
Can't imagine you need to edit anything, because we didn't have any oopsies this episode.
Yet.
Yeah, we don't have too much longer, I'd assume.
I think I have, like, made this up in my head.
Maybe you were thinking of a different show. And
Man, that's crazy.
And you just implemented this guy into the show. Because I think that happens a lot.
I hated him.
Jimmy?
I did not like Jimmy Z.
Why?
Like Kurt Cobain. Rex. I don't remember Rex. I don't remember the corporate lady at all either.
Me either. I only know the chef dude, the fur lady, and...
The robot
nerd.
dude.
Yeah.
And Davio or whatever.
Oh, the henchman
Yeah,
guy.
poor Davio.
Yeah, wasn't he like some like... He's just Kronk.
Pretty much, yeah. We go to conclude this episode, Landon. Finish this episode.
Oh.
End it.
I thought we were going to talk about The Office, and...
We did.
For like 3 seconds. We never said which character. How long we...
Oh my god. Okay, I'm Creed. You're the Asian Jim.
No, y'all did say that.
No, but who are you?
He said that. I'm... Like,
Yeah,
someone-
Daryl.
Oh, well, that was a joke, but...
No, it was genuine.
I was just going to say like...
Daryl.
I don't know. I was going to say like some random
This is
character.
like the longest episode, I think.
No.
What's
Not
the longest
initially.
character?
I've had... One was like 140. I trimmed it down to like 120.
Why'd you trim it down?
Because a lot of it was just...
It makes the conversations feel more fluid.
Well, I don't think you know half the trimming down I do.
Why do you even trim it down? What, if we have like a pause in speaking?
Not too extensively, but like... I'll give you an example. So like if I were to go like... and think like that, then I wouldn't cut it all out, because I still want it to flow organically, but I'd cut about half of it out.
I think you should just leave it because I feel like it makes more sense
Well, maybe.
for like a podcast.
Have you noticed that it is weird on the podcast?
What?
Have you noticed that I've cut things out in between pauses like that before?
Yeah, a good bit. Sometimes it feels kind of like obvious.
Some of them are, like the last episode when I was super rust, I had to cut some stuff out. Because a lot of it, there was like someone made a weird noise in the background, or little things like that. And
you could just ask me to do it, I would have done it for you. If
Uh-huh.
you really.
Well, conclude this episode so I can get it done.
How about my guest come join me with the conclusion? Come on, my friend.
Whoa, wait.
Alright, so, you ready for it? Okay, so, since this is the in conclusion, this...
Never end your essay like that.
Oh, sorry, ours, in retrospect.
There you go. A little bit better.
If you like this episode, what would you do?
You would like and subscribe.
On YouTube, and
On YouTube.
and on Spotify, please.
Follow.
And
Download.
yeah, yes, and download on Spotify. And if you have any questions, comment them in Spotify or YouTube, or email us at thebroadstrokespc@gmail.com. And we would love to read your emails because we don't get any emails except for Canva every week.
Canva?
Yes.
I forgot about that. Are they billing us yet?
Huh?
Are they billing us yet?
Building us?
Billing us.
Yeah, it's paid?
No, it's not.
Oh.
I kind of accidentally signed in for a program though. I was hoping they're not billing us.
No, it's just
I didn't
ads.
attach any information to it, so they shouldn't. But that's enough.
Alright, salutations.
Salutations, my friends.
Okay.